Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the graph and try to come up with some kind of February or March price prediction. Where are we going with the graph? If you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section, all for the algorithm. All right, so where are we going with the graph? I just want to lay it out first. This is one of my top buys for the bear market, the current bear market that we are in. I already made a video on this in my Would I Buy series. You can check out that whole series on my channel. Would I Buy the Graph in the Bear Market, installment 52 of 1001. This checks off every box that I'm looking at. What kind of level of confidence do I have that this is going to put in a higher high in the next euphoria phase? It's very high. Looking at the amount of their tokenomics are great. The amount that the graph has fallen from its peak, this is a huge, strong buy for me. If you're buying anywhere near where the current levels for the graph are, you're going to do very well if you're just a general accumulator. But with that being said, we've got to take this into consideration. CryptoBubbles.net, you can see this is over the last week. GRT is doing better than a large majority of the rest of the cryptos. This is more so like the top 200 or so cryptos. Of those top 200 cryptos, the graph is doing very well. It's the second best behind AGIX, which recently reached a new all-time high. And so it is benefiting dramatically from this AI pump that we've been seeing, this narrative. And so now the question is, where are we? And, have we peaked for February? And man, that just looks beautiful. I'm so excited about getting into this and seeing it go to a higher high next time around. But here's what I'm looking at right now. I have drawn a fib chart from swing low to swing high. We had this massive swing. So from the low point, which actually was the bear market bottom of around 5 cents, to the peak, you can see that we are currently hanging around this key level, which is the golden pocket between the 618 and the 702 fibs. And it's like, all right, where are we going? When a cryptocurrency pumps like this, it tends to, and it goes dramatically like that, it tends to go right down to this golden pocket here. And then if it's on its way to a higher high, it's going to shoot off. But if it was the peak, then we're going to go down to lower levels, potentially for a reload before a move higher. And so we are right in this no man's land, this middle of the road kind of place. And in my opinion, I'm sorry, I tend to be a little bit more realistic than a lot of moon boy crypto channels, people promising that the graph is going to go to $1 within a few months. I am not one of those people. I think that this was the peak for the month of February and perhaps for March. Just a little bit more context. I am overall bullish over the next 4 or 5 months for crypto in general, but I am bearish over the next week or two, which has me thinking that the graph is going to, after hanging around this golden pocket area, going to go down to one of these levels here, and I'll explain that in a second. I think it is going to go down, and then potentially we'll spend a little bit of time here before a next leg higher, because looking at this chart here, there is plenty of room for the graph to go higher. Okay, so I am bullish on the graph, and I would have no problem if I'm a general accumulator of just buying the graph right now. But I do believe that we have a little bit lower to go before going higher. Stochastic RSI on the daily is overbought, way overbought. On the weekly, it's overbought. And 15-minute chart, it's oversold, but that's because we're down over the last couple of days. But then, MACD, it's probably going to be printing a light green candle on the MACD histogram. So that is an indicator that it is time to exit a little bit, aside from the fact that we are at bear market bottoms. I would not be exiting if I was just a general accumulator. If I was a trader, I would have already exited by now. So my thought is we have this 200-day EMA. right here, and the 25-day EMA is crossing it, which is generally bullish. Or sorry, that's the 20-day EMA. I think that what we're going to see is the graph go down to about this level here over the next few days, perhaps by the end of the month, and then we'll find support at the 200-day EMA. Perhaps the 200-day SMA, but that's not much different price-wise than a 200-day EMA. But then there's a lot of confluence there, and also in regards to the fib level that I have my eyes on, which is this 382 level. So that is right at about 12 cents. Maybe we'll see a wick below that 12-cent range, but I think in particular that traders are eyeing this level. I am certainly going to be setting some bids. I don't think it's going to go lower than that if we are going to go down. If it does go lower, it's not going to go that much lower. Maybe this next fib level, the 9 cents, 9.5 cents area, but I'm not waiting for that. I have my eyes on 12 cents for the graph. I believe that for the rest of February, that's where we're going to go. If for some reason this actually is just a cooling off point before, next leg higher, this is where I'd be targeting the graph. But I do think that it is less likely, and this is all about probabilities. I could certainly be wrong. I believe that it is less likely that we have another leg up than that we have another leg down. I mean, that kind of a gain in a span of a month and a half, a 3x in a month and a half, generally is going to lead to some kind of cool off. And I hope you understand the name of the game here. We are in a bear market, and so people are more likely to take profits after aggressive moves. And that's what we're seeing over these last couple of days with the graph. And that's perfectly fine. But man, what a phenomenal buying opportunity we have right now with this cryptocurrency. So I hope I hope you don't consider this FUD. I am very, very bullish on this. But, I've gotten complaints that, hey, you're spreading FUD about Jasmy. And no, I'm not. I'm very bullish on Jasmy. And the same thing with the graph. I just think for the short term, we're going to go a little bit lower. But hey, I am an open book. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Am I crazy? Do you think that we're just shooting to the moon? We're going to go up to 37 cents to $1 within a few days? I'd love to hear your reasoning why. And I'm always persuadable. I hold these things very loosely. But that is all I have for today. I will see you in another video and hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week. Peace.